environment to avoid the self-destruction. No, our responsibility is not towards future generations, those anonymous beings with purely virtual existence whose well-being no one will ever convince us we should have any reason whatsoever to be interested in. Are we really interested in the well-being of people who will live in 300 years from now? No. Actually, there is an anecdote here that astronomers are happy to tell. What is it? Yes, it's so one astronomer was asked, "How long did you say it would be? How long did you say it would be before the sun burned the Earth to a crisp?" And the astronomer answers, "Well, 6 billion years." The questioner responds with relief, "Oh, thank God for that. I thought you said 6 million." No, it is with the destiny of humanity that we need to reckon. Thus with ourselves today, here and now. In the 10th canto of Hell, Dante writes, "Thus you can understand that our knowledge will be entirely dead at the moment when the door of the future is closed. If we were to be the cause of the door of the future's closing, it is the very meaning of the entire human adventure that would be forever and will prospectively destroy it." And that's exactly what others said in Regis' terms. The day after tomorrow, the flood will be something that will have been, and when the flood will have been, all that is will never have existed. So we have the power to destroy not only the future, we have the power to destroy the past and present and future. Of course, that relates to Sartre's notion that it is the future that bestows meaning on the past. So if you destroy the future, you destroy the past. You know the anecdote. It's a true anecdote. Can you assess the impact of the French Revolution? Shu and I was asked, and he said it's too early to tell, of course. Can we find conceptual resources outside Western tradition? Amerindian, maybe Mexican wisdom handed down to us the admirable saying, "We are borrowing the earth from our children," or "the earth is lent to us by our children." Of course, this saying appeals to a conception of cyclical time that is no longer earned. I think, however, that it has even greater force in linear temporality, ours, provided we make the required effort of reconceptualization. Our children, understood as our children's children, etc., indefinitely, have no physical or juridical existence. They do not exist as yet. Maybe they will never exist, actually, if we know what to do. And yet, the saying invites us to think, owing to a temporal inversion, that it is they who bring us the earth, which we depend on. We are not the owners of nature, just temporary users. Who did we get it from? From the future. Answering, but the future has no reality, only reveals the stumbling block of any philosophy of future catastrophe. We do not succeed in giving sufficient weight to the reality of the future. But this saying does not stop at Riverside time, which appears now as a loop, because it is in fact we who make our children, biologically, but above all morally. We transmit values to them. So the saying invites us to project ourselves into the future and to look upon our present with an exacting eye that we ourselves will have spawned. So we project ourselves into the future and we look at our present from there. And it is this doubling of ourselves, as it were, that may re-establish a form of reciprocity between the present and the future. This doesn't remind you of something, no? I'm sure all of you have seen Al Gore's beautiful movie, Inconvenient Truth. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it? I movie? No. No, I know, but what I need is the my movie now. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Remember that home movie of the Earth spinning in space? One of those spacecraft continuing on out into the universe, when it got 4 billion miles out in space, Carl Sagan said, let's take another picture of the Earth. You see that pale blue dot? That's us. Everything that has ever happened in all of human history has happened on that pixel. All the triumphs and all the tragedies, all the wars, all the famines, all the major advances. It's our only home. And that is what is at stake. Our ability to live on planet Earth, to have a future as a civilization. I believe this is a moral issue. It is your time to seize this issue. It is our time to rise again to secure our future. There's nothing that unusual about what I'm doing with this. What is unusual is that I had the privilege to be shown it as a young man. It's almost as if a window was open through which the future was very clearly visible. See that? He says, see that? That's the future in which you are going to live your life.
We don't see the future that he's seeing. He's seeing it, we don't see what he's seeing. That's important to me. Now listen to this sentence now. One sentence, maybe two.
Future generations may well have occasion to ask themselves, what were our parents thinking? Why didn't they wake up when they had a chance? We have to hear that question from them now.
Okay, that's it. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain. Sorry? Okay, so let's go back to... so we have to project ourselves into the future, to the shoes, our children's shoes, and see ourselves from their vantage point. Of course, it's a purely mental thought experiment. No more, but it's absolutely essential. It is possible that the future has no need of us, but we, in contrast, need the future, for it is the future that gives meaning to everything we do now. Such is the meaning of Noah's conduct in Günther Anders' parable. Through the staging of mourning for death that have not yet occurred, time is reversed, or rather arranged as a loop, and thus denied in being turned into an eternal present as it were. But the misfortunes of the prophet of doom are not yet over, because either his predictions turn out to be right, and no one is thankful for it, when he's not accused, of course, of being the cause of the foretold misfortune, catastrophe, or else his predictions are not realized, the catastrophe doesn't occur, and is made fun of after the fact for carrying on like Cassandra. But Cassandra, if you remember, was condemned by the god to having her words not be heard. Neither then does anyone envisage that the catastrophe did not occur. It is precisely because its prediction was made and heard.